pyrotechnics. Out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. They go play action with Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 75 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
No good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Jones with a nice burst there on 1st down as he'll be taken down, but not before a gain of 7 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Rodgers now on 1st down. It's caught here by Adams. 7 yards to pick up there.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. That good for 19 and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
And Crosby puts it through, and they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the field goal that cuts the lead in half as they, too, are able to get some points on their initial drive of the game.
Yeah, all in all, a pretty positive response, right, to the points that were scored against them. And they got a little help from their opponent anyway. Missed the conversion, so now they're just 3 back.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson, he lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And that may have been incomplete, but he reminds me so much of when my dad used to take me to the baseball stadium and watch the home run hitters in batting practice. I'll get to the stadium early just to watch this kid throw it. He can throw it out of the stadium.
And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. On 3rd down, Jackson escaping the pressure right. Open man Watkins, touchdown Baltimore. 10 yards on the touchdown pass as the Ravens push further out in front. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. From the 24, Rodgers drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. On third down, here's Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers steps away to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they gave up the pick-6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Finding some room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about it.
Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Jones, 43 yards. And the Packers get a score closer.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Now a play fake. Rodgers lets it fly deep for Cobb. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. Got a man, that's Lazard. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
On 3rd down, Murray. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Out to his left. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. Play action. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. On 1st down, Murray. And he's brought down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
On play action, now Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. And it will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have taken the lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Devontae Freeman there to make the grab, and the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. They'll run on first down. Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 7. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
2 yards the loss, second and 12. Here's Rodgers. And he hits his target, the tight end Lewis. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Open man left side, it's the tight end Tunyon. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. The kick by Crosby is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Again, it's Murray. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Play action. It's Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Being chased out left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. This is caught. And the Packers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Back to throw, Rodgers. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Again, he was looking for Davante Adams, but now it's third and goal. Now Rodgers. Touchdown! Randall Cobb. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, let's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do they do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
To throw is Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. And he's going to get some of that yardage back. Still doesn't have a first down, but he does get out of bounds to stop the clock. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Rodgers to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on fourth down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Jackson. Rolling to his right. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still...
Latavius Murray, 30, 10, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones, sometimes you get bad ones, sometimes you get great ones, and that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when you're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into